Um, you have this crystal clear vision for a new ministry or, a faith-based business.
Yeah.
You have the passion. The need in your community is just completely obvious. So why are you sitting there like paralyzed, staring at a blank business plan?
Right. It's such a heavy weight.
It really is. So welcome to this deep dive into the source material from FaithFlow Rooted Ministry. Our mission today is to tackle that exact tension and answer this big question. How do you launch without outrunning God's timing?
Yeah, it's a profound tension that trips up so many really capable leaders. I mean, you desperately want to step out in
Mhm.
faith, right? But you're terrified of rushing ahead and just making a mess of what you feel called to do.
Exactly. Okay, so let's unpack this for a second. It's kind of like planting a garden. You put the seed in the dirt and you know you can't yank on a sprout to make it grow faster without breaking it.
Right, that just kills it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But you still have to water the ground. So how do you actually tell the difference between faithfully waiting on God's timing and, just procrastinating because you're terrified of failing?
Oh, wow.
Like, isn't there a huge risk of just doing nothing?
Well, that is
No.
the exact trap. And what's fascinating here is what is actually happening beneath the surface when we feel that paralysis.
Yeah.
Because the underlying issue usually isn't a lack of faith, and it's not even always fear of failure either. It's a disconnect.
That disconnect how?
Well, we constantly confuse calling with constant doing. Like, we assume that if we aren't moving fast and generating visible activity, we aren't being faithful to the vision.
Right.
And when our strategy lacks that daily surrender, it just devolves into this exhausting, heavy pressure to produce.
Oh, yeah. We start trying to manage all the outcomes instead of just stewarding what's been placed in our care.
Precisely.
Yeah.
And this requires a massive perspective shift. It's beautifully anchored in Psalm 127.1. Unless the Lord builds the house, the builders labor in vain.
Right. Right.
The shift is understanding that God's pace actually protects your purpose. You are just a caretaker of the vision. You are not the cornerstone.
Which means the pressure to be the cornerstone is, well, entirely manufactured by us. If the house fails because we took a day off to pray and plan properly, we were probably building the wrong house to begin with,
Yeah.
just relying on our own strengths.
That's a really great way to put it. Let's look at a real-life example from the sources. Imagine a pioneer launching a new community outreach project.
Okay.
They have the vision, but suddenly they feel this crushing, panicked urge to recruit a dozen volunteers, like immediately.
Yeah.
They feel like they have to manufacture the momentum themselves or the project will just die.
Right. They panic and try to force the growth. And if that's the problem, if our default is to panic and try to manufacture momentum, we need a way to build a buffer between our anxiety and our actions.
Yes, absolutely.
And that's actually what I found so intriguing about the discipleship tools mentioned in the sources. The materials point to two specific faith-based guided resources, the Pioneering with Purpose book and the Steward the Vision financial planner.
Yeah, and these aren't just workbooks. They're designed to interrupt that exact panic cycle.
Wait, really? How do they do that? I mean, take this Steward the Vision financial planner. It doesn't just track expenses like a normal spreadsheet, right?
No, not at all. It actually prompts you to assign a specific kingdom why to every single line item.
Oh, I love that.
Right. Like if you want to authorize a massive marketing expense, the planner's guided prompts help you evaluate why. Is that expense driven by an anxious need for immediate visibility?
Yeah.
Or is it genuinely about sustainable community building?
Wow, so it forces you to catch that panic before you spend the money and exhaust your resources.
Exactly. And Pioneering
Huh.
with Purpose does the exact same thing for your motives, just ensuring your foundation is built on clarity rather than pressure.
And this is exactly where FaithFlow fits so naturally into your life. It helps you serve based on how God uniquely shaped you, rather than just adopting the loudest, fastest launch strategy out there.
Yeah, and if we connect this to the bigger picture, we really have to normalize slow organizational growth. I mean, we live in a culture that demands overnight success.
We totally do.
But building slowly isn't failing. It's actually how you build resilient systems. It's how you prevent volunteer burnout. It's how you ensure that when the growth does come, the structure can actually handle the weight of it.
So what does this all mean for you as you listen? It means you don't have to carry the entire vision alone. God honors your willingness. He just asks you to walk with him, not ahead of him.
Yeah. It is a gentle process, and it takes time to unlearn our impulse to rush.
It really does. And we want to offer a soft invitation to continue this journey alongside FaithFlow Rooted Ministry. It's a place to find peace in how you are actually designed to lead, without burning out before you even begin.
So true.
So think back to that tension of launching. What if the delay you're experiencing right now isn't a denial of your vision, but the exact divine development you need to eventually sustain it?